If your amp keeps overheating, your bass cuts out randomly, or you're hearing noise through your speakers, there's a good chance the problem isn't the amp itself, it's where you mounted it. Stick around, because I'm going to walk you through the best places to mount an amp in your car, what actually works in real-world installs, and what mistakes you need to avoid. When you're installing an amplifier, most people focus on power, wiring, and tuning. But placement is just as important. Where you mount your amp affects cooling, sound quality, safety, and even how long your gear lasts. A bad mounting spot can choke airflow, pick up interference, or even damage your amp over time. So what makes a good mounting location? First, your amp needs proper airflow. Amplifiers generate heat, especially if you're pushing them hard, and heat is the #1 killer of electronics in a car audio system. If you mount your amp in a tight, enclosed space with no ventilation, it's going to overheat, go into protection mode, or worse, fail completely. Second, the location should be secure. Your amp shouldn't be sliding around or vibrating excessively. Movement can loosen connections, damage internal components, and create annoying rattles. Third, you want easy access. Not necessarily for daily use, but for tuning gains, checking connections, or troubleshooting later on. And finally, you want to minimize noise and interference. That means avoiding areas where power wires and signal cables are forced too close together or where electrical components might introduce unwanted noise. Now let's talk about the best mounting locations, starting with the most common one. The trunk is hands down the most popular place to mount an amp, and for good reason. You've got space, flexibility, and it keeps everything out of sight. Within the trunk, you've got a few solid options. Mounting the amp on the back of the rear seats is one of the best choices. It gives you a flat surface, decent airflow, and keeps the amp elevated away from dirt or moisture. It also makes wiring cleaner, especially if your subwoofer is in the trunk too. Everything stays close and organized. Another good option is mounting on a custom amp rack or board in the trunk. This is ideal if you're running multiple amps or want a clean, professional-looking install. You can design it to maximize airflow and even add cooling fans if needed. This setup is common in more serious builds, and it gives you full control over layout and aesthetics. You can also mount the amp on the side panels of the trunk, but you need to be careful here. Some side panels don't offer enough ventilation, and depending on the car, they might trap heat. If you go this route, make sure there's enough space around the amp for air to circulate. And as we continue, make sure you subscribe for more car audio tips and reviews. Also, drop a comment with your setup or any questions you've got. Now, what about under the seat? Mounting an amp under the seat is another popular option, especially if you want to save trunk space or keep your system more hidden. It can work really well, but only if your amp is compact and designed for tighter spaces. The biggest advantage here is shorter wire runs, especially if your head unit and power source are closer to the front. It also keeps everything out of sight, which is great for a clean interior. But there are some downsides. Airflow is limited under the seat, so heat can build up quickly. You also need to watch out for carpet insulation, which can trap heat even more. And depending on the vehicle, you might have issues with seat movement or clearance. If you're going this route, make sure there's enough space for the amp to breathe. Avoid placing it directly on carpet. Use spacers or a mounting board to create a small gap underneath. That alone can make a big difference in cooling. Now let's talk about mounting the amp inside the cabin, like behind the dashboard or inside panels. This is where things get tricky. While it might seem convenient, especially for stealth installs, it's generally not recommended unless you really know what you're doing. These areas tend to have poor airflow, limited space, and can expose your amp to heat from other components. Behind the dash, for example, already houses a lot of electronics. Adding an amp there can introduce interference and overheating issues. It also makes access a nightmare if you ever need to adjust anything. Door panels are another spot some people consider, but again, not ideal. Doors are exposed to moisture, vibrations, and temperature changes. That's a risky environment for an amplifier. Now let's cover one of the worst mistakes people make: mounting the amp directly on a subwoofer box. It might look convenient, especially in tight setups, but it's not a great idea. Subwoofer boxes vibrate a lot. Those vibrations transfer directly into the amp, which can damage internal components over time. It also increases the risk of screws loosening and connections coming undone. If you absolutely have to mount it on a box, you need to isolate it properly using rubber spacers or a vibration dampening platform. But honestly, it's better to avoid this setup if you can. Another common mistake is mounting the amp upside down or in a position that blocks the heat sinks. Most amps are designed to dissipate heat in a specific orientation. When you flip them or cram them into tight spaces, you're working against their cooling design. Stick to flat, upright mounting whenever possible, and make sure the heat sink fins are not obstructed. Let's also talk about grounding, because your mounting location directly affects this. Your amp needs a solid ground connection to function properly. If you mount your amp far away from a good grounding point, you'll end up with longer ground wires, which can introduce noise or reduce efficiency. That's another reason why trunk installs are so popular. You're usually close to solid chassis grounding points. Just make sure you're grounding to bare metal, not painted surfaces, and keep the ground wire as short as possible. Now, here's something a lot of people overlook: future upgrades. When choosing where to mount your amp, think ahead. You might be running one amp now, but what if you decide to add another one later? Or upgrade to a more powerful setup? If you've got the space, plan for expansion. It saves you from redoing your entire install down the line. Ultimately, the best place to mount your amp depends on your specific setup, your car, and your goals. But if you want a simple, reliable answer, the trunk, specifically on the back of the rear seats or a custom amp rack, is the safest and most effective option for most builds. It gives you space, airflow, and flexibility, all without compromising performance or safety. Before you wrap up your install, take a step back and double-check everything. Make sure your amp is secure, your wiring is clean, and there's enough airflow around the unit. A little extra effort here can save you a lot of headaches later. If this helped you out, make sure you subscribe for more car audio tips and honest reviews. And drop a comment below telling me where you mounted your amp or what setup you're running. I'd love to hear what you've got going on. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video dropping soon.